I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. On 15th of March till the middle of October this year, Saturn will enter Satabhisha Nakshatra. Watch this video till the end before going to your ascendant wise part. Watch that initial analysis and watch this video in combination with that to get full picture of Saturn transit in Satabhisha Nakshatra, one of the most important transit that happens once in 30 years. Also, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and share the videos among family and friends. Comment your views, your experiences in the comment section, and the comment section will then act like a astrology forum. And also you can follow me on Instagram for Reels, Telegram where I upload links, and Patreon where I upload exclusive content on Vedic astrology, where you can also learn and get familiarized with the basic concepts of Vedic astrology. For consultations, please drop me an email. Let's begin Saturn transit analysis in Satabhisha Nakshatra. Shani, the planet of karma, the planet that gives fruits of your karma, the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, is in its Mool Trikon zodiac sign of Aquarius, and now from Dhanishta, Shani will move to Satabhisha Nakshatra starting at 6 degree 40 minutes of Aquarius zodiac sign. You should also observe that from 6 degree 40 minutes for next 13 degree 20 minutes, the entire 4 padas of this nakshatra falls in Aquarius zodiac sign. And when Saturn enters this particular nakshatra, it starts communicating with the energies of Rahu, which is the planet that is associated with Satabhisha Nakshatra. Now, here you have to observe that the combination of Saturn and Rahu do not mean negative output. It means that there will be a lot of technological breakthrough in the society. There will be a lot of geopolitical games that will happen. A lot of countries will come into a truce, and you will also see that in certain places, nature will play a vital role in stopping two humans fighting with each other. In fact, we might have to fight with the nature because climate change will dominate Saturn transit in Satabhisha. Let's discuss about Satabhisha first. Satabhisha. Shat means 100. Vishak means healers, doctors, physicians. A constellation of 100 physicians. That means you are entering, or Saturn is entering in a zodiac sign that is represented by 100 elements of therapy. Question is, why do you need a century of doctors? This means that either the issue is very big, or it means that a matter will be discussed at a global level, because 100 doctor means everybody is coming together to solve one common problem. Satabhisha also means it's a nakshatra represented by a closed circle. So you can see this doctors, the team of doctor have this round table conference, and with doctor I'm not just considering normal doctor, I'm considering Ayurveda, I'm considering alternative healing, I'm considering energy therapies, psychology, everything comes under this domain. So when Shani, the planet that represents or that is the karaka of the Ashtama Bhava, goes into Satabhisha Nakshatra, definitely this Saturn wants to heal you and is trying to find many ways to work on the problems of your life. So this is like a golden opportunity for all of us to resolve important issues in our life by consciously putting effort, because Saturn means you have to do karma without even expecting the result. It is like, imagine a patient going to hospital. The only expectation he has is that he will come out cured. But sometimes there are complications and the doctors visit and there are multiple team of doctors working on the patient, trying to solve. There are so many things going on in that setup. That is like a Satabhisha setup. Many people involved in one common objective. But that does not guarantee that the output will come exactly the way we want. But our target and our goal is always to reach to that idealistic output. So Saturn will make you idealistic during this time, especially if you are a Saturn dominated horoscope. Then definitely you will experience Satabhisha in a way where you will want to heal 100 things in your body. And to do that, you will apply all sorts of force and measure. And in some areas you will become successful, in some areas you will fail. So you will have to be very careful how you are trying to address your problem, because problems is very much visible. Solution is something that you are trying, but the question is not trying, but how you are trying. Because if your solution is wrong, it will involve many people, like wildfire. Which means simple things will go blow out of proportion, leading to controversies in many cases, leading to scandals in many cases, and leading to misinformation and misjudgment in many cases. So you should also not believe in information that you simply get. Just like a doctor, he will see the symptoms, but then he will ask you to do some confirmatory tests, which further confirms his doubt, and only after that he will start a treatment. Similarly, in your life, if you are getting a doubt, then bring more clarity by testing your doubt, and only then you should come to a judgment, although Saturn itself will teach you how to delay your judgment and how to be more patient when Saturn is in this particular nakshatra. See, Rahu also co-rules Aquarius. It's a school of thought. And Saturn and Rahu comes together when Saturn goes in this particular nakshatra. Saturn is also a planet of delay. So when Saturn goes in Satabhisha, it might also delay the outcome of the therapy, which means it will start releasing the negativity from within you by making you run towards different aspects so that you settle down at the right aspect. And this will happen to people who are too ignorant about their life, or who are too rigid that they fail to explore other areas of life, other facets, and they are too hell-bent on one aspect and thinking that they are absolutely correct, because nothing is absolute in this life. So Saturn in their horoscope will play this game, not in everyone's chart. So if your Mars is very strong in your chart, you have to become more flexible in life, especially when matters comes to healing. And with healing, I don't mean just bodily healing. The healing can be in your relationship, the healing can be in your business, the healing can be on your mental and emotional level also. It can be a spiritual healing also. Now, for all those spiritual seekers, people who practice Tantra, who practice spiritual healing, who work on philosophical aspects of life, who are mental trainers, who are doing some sadhana or siddhi, this will come across as a blessing. Because now Saturn will take you to different facets of experiences, different possibilities. Imagine you meeting 100 gurus in your life, and each guru giving you one lesson. It gives you 100 such lessons. The only thing is that nothing will be integrated when Saturn is in Satabhisha. You will see that you will have to collect the pearl and then create a garland out of that. You have to create a necklace of pearls by addressing each and every small pearls. That means each smaller fragments of life have to be brought into collection, and this collective force is the Saturn's force. That is why unless that garland or the all 100 pieces come together, you won't experience the outcome. So when Saturn goes in this nakshatra, expect delay in results of your life. Obviously not for everybody, but in many cases this nakshatra will create a delay in such a manner, because it wants you to be more perfect. It wants you to gather all information, complete data, and then come to an analysis or a conclusion. If you face a court case during this time, expect judgment coming in the right manner, but a slow judgment. Now, Saturn also rules Vayu Tattva. Rahu is Vayu Tattva. Saturn also represents Akasha. Satabhisha also represents Akasha. That means ether. And when it goes there, it restricts the expansion, but then set out rules for the expansion. So all the expansionist energies that is happening in the world because of the Rahu will suddenly stop. You can expect a very weird outcomes of wars. Conflicts in the world will stop. For that, Saturn will make different arrangements. One of them might be a climate change, technological advancements. It can create a stalemate kind of situation. It can create a deadlocks in life, and you will be getting no other option but to actually go the way Saturn wants you to go. The best way is to analyze your life through your horoscope, at least those who believe in astrology, and then set the course of your next 7 to 8 months on the basis of how Saturn is in your horoscope. If Saturn is in a positive house, if Saturn has good Ashtak Varg score, if Saturn is in a very strong position, the Shadbal score of Saturn is strong, you can expect this Saturn to do fairly well while it transits the Satabhisha, because it will affect the Aquarian part of your horoscope. We should not forget that Saturn wants you to heal through a lot of hard work, consistency. It wants you to test if you are really worthy of getting what you are asking. And Saturn wants to pass the judgment, but before the judgment, he wants to do that blood test, the so-called spiritual blood test, to figure out how much worthy you are, how much potency you have in your claims, how much possibility exists when you say that you are trying to do something, when you demand something. So this is the time when you have to show a lot of mental strength. Hard work is needed, and when you are going with doctors, you have to heal. So with every step, it's like the 100 steps. With every step, you have to heal. Now, when you connect 100 dots and when it creates circles, it also means that Saturn will bring out people in front of you who were trying to cheat you. And your inner circle will grow smaller and smaller, which means you will lose friends. You will lose companions. It can break marriages in certain cases. But the role of Saturn is to reduce your circle, to let you know who is exactly on your side. Which also means that when the world goes on a standoff, when people go in a standoff, there will be, you can say, equality coming into picture. But then there will also be cost of waging a battle. It's not just that you are strong and you can wage a battle. You will see that the one who is strong will have to take a step back. That is the level of maturity Saturn will give in your mind. And I'm not talking from a geopolitical level, I'm also talking from an individual level. Satabhisha is also ruled by Varun Dev, the god of oceans. And you can say he is also the god of oceans, water bodies on the planet, and also the god of ether. The Akasha Tattva is also connected to Varun Dev. Now, you have to understand one more thing, that when you're talking about Varuna energy, and when you bring, which is water, and you bring air into it, the air element of Aquarius, and you add both of them, it is about moisture in air. So when Saturn goes in this nakshatra, the air spell can be dry. There can be lack of rain. Aquarius also is a nakshatra which is represented by a man giving water with a pot. There's a water pitcher and he is pouring the water. That means it has the capacity to give. And when Saturn goes in this nakshatra, wherever it will see that the justice is not getting prevailed, there will be a sudden lack of water, which means we can face water crisis this year, and we will have to be very alert, and you will have to work towards that. Moreover, there will be also people suffering from heat strokes and heat waves, especially in the tropical region of the world. So we must take great care. That is why, this is how Saturn will make you more aware about your health. That is why I said climate will interfere. We may expect seasonal changes, weird changes in atmospheric pressure or atmosphere, and the seasonal cycle will behave slightly weirdly, and which we are actually experiencing, at least in India. So we can see how Saturn is delaying certain things and making things go off the chart, so that we work on that. We have to work on climate change. We have to start from an individual level, and we have to start healing our own home by going more organic, by letting go the chemicals from the house, and by accepting more nature. Planting more trees. The best way you can do is by planting more trees, because then Saturn will be pleased. So if as a country, if as a responsible citizen you are listening, and if it is possible for you, obviously it is not possible for everyone, but if it is possible for you, start planting more trees. Because this tree gives you air to breathe, this tree captures the moisture, and this tree gives shade during strong sunlight. All this protects you. You heal the earth will heal you back. That is the theme of Saturn transit in Satabhisha Nakshatra. Now, when you add Rahu's element, which is more technological element, and also the Aquarian element, so you will see that technology will rule, and you will get to know some really strong medical advancements, technological advancements in niche space. You can say in nuclear energy, or you can say in space research. You will see countries progressing brilliantly there. Also, the communication sector will improve, because Aquarius is definitely the house of networking. So communications will improve. Places which are not connected by proper internet or broadband, or which lack mobile signal, will now see more and more connectivity. And maybe this is more like a wireless connectivity that is from space. We are already seeing some big contracts happening related to buying aeroplanes, manufacturing of aircrafts, and maybe this will give more technological inputs from the outer space, which will give more scientific advancements and more insight into the cosmos. After all, Satabhisha might might be represented by a closed circle, but this closed circle can be the entire Brahmand. So this is like Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande. Heal your inner self, and your outer self will start seeing the healing automatically. So you will also see, when Saturn goes in Satabhisha, a reflection of your karma outside. Somehow the world around you will mimic your inner world. If you are happy, if you are forcing yourself to be happy, outside will be happy. So this is the time when you have to go for inner happiness. And one of the better ways to do this is by practicing meditation, doing yoga, pranayam, because that controls the vayu or the air inside the body, or by simply taking the name of Bhagwan Shiva, simply saying Om Namah Shivaya, and just saying the name Om like a Nada Brahma pranayam, or simply some people can do Brahmari pranayam. These are different aspects of pranayam. You can Google on that. You can ask a pranayam teacher, a yoga teacher, who can teach you on these basic pranayams, but you can simply take the name of Om, which is called Anhadnad, simply by doing Om. So when you control your air, when you control the sounds, when you control, when you take a 360-degree perspective of life, that is when you can see different things, when you can heal different things, when you can focus on multiple dimensions, and that is how Saturn wants you to work. In fact, it wants every single individual to work in that direction. So basically, the theme will be to take care of your health, to take care of everybody around you. You must have a 360-degree perspective, but still focused on your goal. You must heal, but also take one small precaution. 100 doctors. If you are sick, you won't visit 100 doctors, right? And if 100 doctors start teaching you, you might not survive because there are so many medicines going in your body. You only go one step at a time. One pearl by one pearl, collect all the pearls of your life, and then while the end of the Saturn transit in Satabhisha, make it a garland, and that's the gift by Saturn to you. It's a karmic gift of experiences, and with that experiences, you can actually create a ladder that will take you to the path of success. Now let's discuss how Saturn transit in Satabhisha will affect 12 zodiac sign. You have to see this Saturn transit in Satabhisha through your moon sign first, so that it explains how it affects your mind, and then you can rewatch it for your ascendant. I'm just giving it a zodiac based perspective. You can rewatch it for your ascendant, so that that gives you an idea about how it will play out in the real world. Aries ascendant. For Aries, Saturn will be in Satabhisha in 11th house. So this will make you work towards your source of income. It will ask you to heal your relationships, and you may have to sort and figure out who your enemies are, especially your hidden enemies, and you may have to let go of the toxic relationship and toxic companionships. This is also the time when you will have to figure out whether you are getting healed in your career or this career is going on the downhill. Because if the career is going on downhill, then this Saturn will make you think, will make you go back to the drawing board, and will make you work towards your own career, your source of income. Also, this means that in order to get gains in your life, you may have to, reshuffle few things in your life. You may have to rework with your network circle. Let's say if you have to float your resume, you may have to, not rely on one person, but you may have to just 100 doctors. So there are 100 possible ways by which you will have to work. So it means that you will have to work in a fragmented manner. And this is the right area where we say, that not putting your all eggs in one basket is the wise thing. Exactly, Saturn will teach you this particular thing. And especially in your investments, when you are trying to, earn from your business, when you're thinking about your productivity, all this will be affected. Also, there may be multiple attempts at childbirth. You may have to work with your child more, especially for their education. And you may also find it difficult and to deal with your elder siblings, your cousins, your extended members of the family. But on the other hand, Saturn would want you to end all dispute and find a truce, find a harmony, because this Saturn will be aspecting your Lagna. Taurus ascendant. For Taurus, Saturn will be in Satabhisha in the 10th house. So this is going to work on your reputation, designation, your livelihood, and this is going to expand that. It will make you work hard in your work area, and it will also make you work with bigger teams, some kind of work that you have never done before. It will give you more exposure, it will give you more responsibility on your head, especially if you're a doctor, healer, physician, writer, or if you are into scientific discoveries, if you're a scientist, if you are the analyst, if you are into data science, databases, if you're into software, AI, or if you're in aerospace, or if you're a pilot. This is going to be wonderful for you. And there are people who are fighting cases. If you are facing some legal challenges, those things will also get resolved. But you need to have one thing in your life: patience. With patience, you will be able to crack the most difficult code in your life. And this is the time when you will also be tested. And you will have to, document every success that you have. Even small appreciation in your career, you must document it. It's a very good time for people who want to restart their career in their passion. If you want to find a new domain, if you want to change your domain, it is a good time. It is also a good time for people who want to undertake some treatment, especially Ayurvedic treatment. The three dosha balance, the Vata, Pitta, Kapha balancing should be done during this time. Overall, it is a very good transit for you. Gemini Ascendant. Now, in case of Gemini, you have to observe that you are a Vayu Tattva Rashi, that means air element zodiac sign, and Saturn will be 9th from this position, which means it will heal the dharmic aspect of your life. It will want you to learn about scriptures, focus on your core responsibilities, and find out how you can delegate some of the tasks so that your time is free, your plate is free, and you can focus on areas where you are supposed to be. So if you are putting your energy, time and money, if you're putting your focus in areas where you are not required, or where maybe you just like it, but you are, let's take an example, a student is playing more of games, you will see that you will start facing problems in that area, and somehow the universe will conspire over next 3 to 8 months and will push you into the area where you should be. So instead of planet pushing you, you take the responsibility, you take the initiative and take it, do it by your own, thinking it as your own dharma. It's the right time to go to temples, especially ancient temples, visiting Jyotirlingas, and it is also going to be extremely good for you because if you do pranayam, this is also going to make you travel various places, especially people who want to learn through experience, who want to do internships, who want to go to foreign country for education. This can be the right time. It is also a very good time for teachers, philosophers, and medical professionals and medical students. Cancer. For Cancer, this is going to be a zodiac which experiences Aquarius 8th from its own position. Saturn in the 8th house in Satabhisha is more like you have to focus on the deep-seated fear, deep-seated hidden agendas of your life, and something that is within your core will come out. You will become vulnerable. So always ensure that what you are hiding is actually good. So when it comes out, people appreciate you. You will also see that secrets will be revealed around you and people will show their true faces, especially those whom you have trusted. This is also a good time to heal relationship with your in-laws, with your spouse, and you might see that they might come to your rescue. Also, this is the time when your ego will be quashed, so you have to prepare for the rainy days financially, because when you talk about 8th house, you're talking about situation of life and death. Not literally life and death, but situation that is like do or die in your life, where you don't have any alternative. When Saturn goes in Satabhisha, it would want you to leave everything and first focus on the most problematic area of your life, which is the most problematic area according to you. Chanting Shani Bij mantra and going to Shiva temple will help you on this. Leo. For Leo, Saturn will be in the 7th house in Satabhisha, so this will ask you to work towards your environment, work towards your relationships. It would want you to focus more on your marriage and focus on the marital side of the life, focus on the areas in which you interact with the public, interact with the cosmos. You have to also focus on the teamwork, and you also have to see that you are helping other people solve their problems. Satabhisha is a nakshatra that represents fixing the issues. Your 6th lord is also Saturn. So when 6th lord goes in 7th house in Satabhisha, your primary goal is to fix the issue. It's like a mechanic who is fixing. Doesn't matter whether it's a small fix or a larger fix like fixing a nation. All that responsibility will come on your shoulder. It is like your primary duty. So this is the time when you have to go and do some selfless act, some selfless sacrifices, especially in marriage and in business. But this also means that you will feel that you are isolated and very few people support you. In fact, people are more dependent on you. This is the test which will prove whether you are a real Leo or you just claim to be brave and you are proud. So bravery is going to be tested. So be brave, be confident, settle down your issues with proper judgment. Again, test the data that you receive. Do not immediately react and wait for the right time. It is going to be a very good transit. Remember, Saturn gets exalt in the 7th house. Saturn gets a lot of power, directional strength in the 7th house. And when it goes in Satabhisha, it will bring people. It will give you association of people that will heal you, especially if you are into any sort of medical issue. So if you are facing any medical problem, this is the right time to take the advice of doctors, physicians, healers. Very good time for people involved in healing business, business of science and technology, business of aircrafts, or somehow if you are associated in the service industry, catering to these sectors of society. Virgo. For Virgo, especially for Virgo moon sign, it is a very important transit. See, Virgo is the natural 6th house. Saturn is going to be in the 6th house, and now it is in Satabhisha Nakshatra, the house of healing. So Virgo means you can give the best healing out of all 12 zodiac while Saturn is in Satabhisha. So if you're a doctor, if you're a healer, if you're a motivational speaker, if you're into spiritual practices, you will see that you will bring solution to the table and you will be able to touch life of many peoples. So that is exactly what you should do. Do everything possible in your capacity to reach to as many people as you can and heal them. Work on their life, work on their problems and connect with them. Social connectivity is very important. Also, this is very good time for I'm not able to pronounce that word, veterinary doctor. Sorry, I always fumble on this word. The doctors that is for animals, and you will see a lot of growth. Even students who are working in this sector will see positive energy associating. Healers, nurses, hospitals, and even conflict management that you're doing in your own career. If you're doing a firefighting in your project, you will see a lot of strength and support will come from the subordinates. But then you must be true, because if you are not doing justice, if you are involved in any selfish pursuits, you are bound to be exposed. So be very careful on that part. Be true to people who look up to you. For Libra, you are the zodiac where Saturn becomes exalt. And for you, Saturn will be in Satabhisha in the 5th house. So you need to heal people through your communication, through your presence, through your karma. This is the right time to do a lot of meditation, meet people who do a lot of mantra japa, have your inner circle full of sattvic people. That means you have to do a lot of satsang. It is a good time for people who want to initiate their education in medical science, medical fields, healing, spirituality, religious sector, even technical sector, niche technology like marine biology, or if you're focusing on the Arctic and the Antarctic ice, climate change, all that will be the theme, and you will have to be the one that is propagating the message of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. All countries influenced by Libra is going to see that their situation will be in such a way that they will be geopolitically very important. Even if you observe India as a country, Libra falls in the 6th house, and because India is a Taurus ascendant country, so India will play a vital role. And as a citizen of the country, if you're watching this video, your role becomes important. And if you are a Libra ascendant or a Libra moon sign person, then your role becomes far more important, because you can spread that message. Also, it's a good time for people who are lawyers, who are fighting for justice, for people who are fighting for causes, who are working for NGOs, and nurses, people working in hospital, medical sector, pharmaceutical industry. It is a very good time for you. But you will have to also work towards the future of children, their behavior, because that is going to take most of your time, or even the project or work that you treat like your children is going to take more of your time. But exactly that is what you have to do. You have to treat your work as if you are the owner of that work, but by taking the name of Bhagwan Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Scorpio. For Scorpio, this is going to be a very, very good transit because it is the Saturn in Satabhisha in the 4th house. Now, Scorpio has been dealing with a lot of issues lately. Especially if you're a Scorpio moon sign, Saturn coming in 4th house, it is a Kantakshani for you because it is a Chaturtha Dhaya for Scorpio moon sign. Now, this means Saturn going in Satabhisha will start healing the heart. It will start healing the Anahat Chakra. But to heal the Anahat Chakra, it is like cleansing. And the cleansing means there will be manthan. If there is a manthan, there will be negativity. That means the first half of the Saturn transit, you will see a lot of emotions will be thrown out of your heart and you will feel cold. That means emotionally you will become cold. People will mistreat you. People will show their true faces. But this is exactly what you need. You need to see the truth, hear the truth, feel the truth. Be very careful about how you sleep. If possible, sleep on the floor. If possible, use a very hard bed. And also try to maintain hours of your sleep. Do not use electronic gadgets couple of hours before you sleep. Wake up early in the morning and welcome the sun. Do Surya Namaskar and chant Aditya Hriday Stotra. Focus on your Anahat Chakra and do a lot of Anahat Chakra healing. Doing the Pankaj Mudra or the Lotus Mudra during this Saturn transit in Satabhisha in the 4th will work wonders for you. And for people who are suffering from asthma, lung-related disorder, should be very careful during this time. This is also the time when the comfort of life will be taken away and you will have to build your own comfort, your own home, through your own action, through your own power, through your own capacity. And that is a test of your designation. You will also see that you will be given more responsibility compared to the status, the salary you get or the work you are assigned for or the designation you have. Don't worry. Keep hustling, keep working hard. The Saturn is going to be very good for you. Sagittarius. If you're a Sagittarius moon sign, then you have to observe that Saturn rules your 2nd and 3rd house, and this Saturn will be in Satabhisha in your 3rd house. That means you will have healing powers in your own hand. That means your hands will have a magical touch. It's a very good time for surgeons. It's a very good time for healers, specifically pranic healers, Reiki practitioners, any sort of energy practitioner, people who work in this field of spirituality, who work with crystals, crystal therapy, essential oils. Because when you're calling Saturn and when you add therapy to it, it becomes therapy using essential oil, cold pressed oils. This is also the time when you will have to be very careful about your bone health, the health of your shoulder, cervical pain, spondylitis. You have to keep your posture right and you will have to focus on your courage and your initiatives. This can make you this can create lethargy. It can invite inertia, laziness, procrastination. Because 3rd house is the house of Mars and Mercury. And when Saturn goes there, it finds a little bit of uncomfortable nature there. See, Satabhisha is always hemmed between Dhanishta and Purva Bhadrapada. And when you are talking about Dhanishta, you are talking about wealth, and you are talking about Purva Bhadrapada, you are talking about life after death. So Satabhisha is something where either you can carry what you carry from Dhanishta, you can take to life after death. So Satabhisha is a placement where you can earn a lot of punya. And when it is in your 3rd house, your initiatives towards global prosperity, initiative towards your own prosperity, for your family's welfare, in fact social welfare, will mean a lot during this time. So focus on all these matters, and yes, you may have to boldly involve in certain places where you don't want to. You will have to basically your efforts will be fragmented and put into multiple arenas and multiple areas. So you will have to divide a lot of things and work on multiple angles, as if you are a doctor handling many patients. It might also mean that you might have to see some some catastrophe, and we are already seeing what climate is doing throughout the world. So on that angle, you may have to be on the toes, on the edge during this time. But yes, you will be recognized if you do it willfully, if you do it properly. Capricorn, your ascendant is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is now going to be in Satabhisha in the second house. It is very good time to heal the relationship issues in the family, to address childhood traumas. Sometimes we grow at a certain age, but still the traumas that we experience in the childhood, that inner child, always suffer. So work on your inner child and try to bring out that laughter from within. Laughter is the best medicine. That exactly applies for Capricorn zodiac sign. Also, you are running under Sadhasati because you are a Capricorn moon sign, and this also means that you will have to focus on your financial health. You will have to restrict your savings in a way that it doesn't leak. That means you will have to be very careful about your expenses, because there will be some forced medical expenses, maybe for you, maybe for your family members. There may be some inauspicious events in the family that is draining the wealth. So this is the time when you save a maximum of the wealth, so that for that small events you are always available. It also means that it will bring your attention towards your dental health, towards the hygiene of your throat. You will have to be very careful with the food that you eat, what words you are omitting, and how you are releasing the energy. Do a lot of pranayam and focus more on values. You will have to be very strong on your values, and you must heal your value system. If there is a gap, if you think there is a scope of improvement, accept and focus on improving your life. That is exactly how you should deal with this Saturn transit in Satabhisha. Also chanting Varuna mantra, reading Rig Veda, reading scriptures, doing satsang, and then eating less in the night if possible for you. All that will work beautifully for you. This is the time when you will see that the need of money will come, which will push you, propel your career. It will create a requirement in your life that will further give you new ambitions, new goal, and new targets. So it is actually doing good for you. After all, Saturn is your ascendant lord, and it is going to heal you by giving you proper medicine, proper advice, and proper restrictions on your life. Aquarius. For Aquarius, Saturn will go in Satabhisha on your Lagna. If you have a planet in Satabhisha, you will have to be watchful of that planet. It is going to fix all the issues in your life. It is going to make you run pillar to post to find solutions in your life. And if you are already running pillar to post, it will give you the solution to life. But this is exactly where you will have to sit down. Take one task at a time. It is like putting thread in a needle, that small little hole. You will have to be very careful. It is very easy, but it is also very hard for you. If you are everywhere, if you are disintegrated, then you will find it difficult. This is the time of integration. Internal integration is necessary. So go for holistic healing, visit an ashram, chant Shiva mantras, do lots of meditation and pranayam, eat right, correct your posture, have your spine straight. Padmasana, if possible for you, is going to be really good asana for you. And drink plenty of water. This is also going to create some brain fog. That means you will not think properly because Saturn wants you to slow down. This is going to also induce lethargy, because Saturn wants you to focus on one task at a time. And if you're running here and there, if you are very overactive, Saturn will reduce that activity. Now, the negative aspect of this will be if it goes beyond a certain duration, if it goes beyond a certain amount, this will create lethargy, and you will feel depressed, you will feel sad about everything, you will feel that nothing is right in your life. You will have to be ultra careful about those matters in life. Also, you will see that if you don't work for your body will start showing symptoms of age, because when Saturn crosses through your ascendant, it starts rapid aging. Ask any person, even you, if you have already experienced Saturn on your ascendant in the previous Saturn in Aquarius transit, see how quickly you became matured within that 2-year period. chanting Saturn mantra, chanting Shiva mantra, visiting Shiva temple, Shani temple, offering oil to the Shani Dev. And if you're in India, visiting Shani temples and Shani Shignapur temple will be really great for you. Pisces. For Pisces, Saturn will be in Satabhisha in the 12th house. Now, this is like a proper doctor in a hospital. So, if you're a doctor, if you're a healer in your own workspace, you will see that you will be overloaded by cases. You will be there to heal, but who will heal you? Jupiter will be there on the first house, but remember, this Jupiter will move with Rahu in the second house after April 22nd, and then you will have to be very careful because this is a Jupiter Rahu in the second house. Although you will also earn a lot of money through export and import, through pharmaceutical industry, if you are associated with that, if you are associated with medical profession, if you are associated with transport industry, aviation industry, railways, all this is possible. Even securing a government job is possible. But then you will have to be very, very careful about your health and about your decision, because your own decision can trap you. Especially when Jupiter goes into Rahu, you might be lured by the wealth, and because of that activity happening in the second house, you might take a risk, and that risk will trap you. Same thing will happen in marriage. Sometimes Saturn in 12th house can create bad marriages. So if you're marrying during this time, if you're going for the marriage, and if you're a Pisces moon sign, you must be very careful, because you must have a very clear conversation with your partner after marriage, and everything should be sorted right on the plate, and nothing should be kept for future, and assumption is the worst thing that you can do. Saturn will also heal all the hidden enemies. It will bring out the hidden enemies, and you will have to face them. You will have to face your fears, but that is exactly what you should do. It will also give you extra courage. It will give you bravery. It will also work on your 9th house, and it will start healing. So start chanting a lot of mantras, because Saturn's 10th aspect will fall on your 9th house, and therefore the planets are perfectly placed to give you divine blessings. Good time for people who want to travel to abroad. Good time to rectify all the passport issues, visa issues, and when you want to cross the border, you will see things will be fine. If you are into tourism, good time for you. One more thing. Rahu and Saturn will create a Pap Kartari until 15th of October, in fact until 30th of October, until Rahu switches the zodiac sign. But now try to understand, when Saturn will enter Satabhisha Nakshatra, that is at around 6 degree 40 minutes of Satabhisha, it will start aspecting the third pada of Ashwini Nakshatra, because Saturn will aspect the Aries zodiac sign. And while Saturn is aspecting the Aries zodiac sign, it will aspect Rahu, which is in Ashwini Nakshatra. As Saturn progresses towards the third pada of Satabhisha Nakshatra, it will cross 13 degree 20 minutes of Aquarius zodiac sign, and then it will start aspecting the Bharani Nakshatra of Aries zodiac sign. So first Saturn will aspect the third and the fourth pada of Ashwini, and then it will aspect the first and the second pada of Bharani Nakshatra. And during this time, after 1 month of Saturn transit in Satabhisha, Jupiter will join Aries, and Jupiter and Rahu will come together, forming a Guru Chandal Yoga, which means Saturn will be very careful. It will watch you whether your actions are as per dharma, whether you are following the right direction, or you are trying to encash the moment in a negative way. If you are doing some cheating, if there is a crime, if there is a negative energy getting involved, I'm not talking about the tantra, but the negative energy, then Saturn's third aspect, the Vakra Drishti, is going to bring that out, and it will hold you by the neck. So you must be true to your actions. Your actions must be in accordance with humanity, and Saturn will ensure that in spite of Rahu and Jupiter going in Guru Chandal Yoga, Saturn's third aspect will have a continuous pressure on this Rahu and Jupiter, which means the Pap Kartari of Pisces will become more and more intense. I will explain this in my one more video. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, this is your host Punneit. Namaste.